Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
Yay.
Yay.
We are El Noche Podcast, hosted by yours truly, Ramon, and
Michelle.
welcome
And this
back.
is episode 5.
Episode
Pew,
5. Pew, pew, pew,
pew, pew, pew, pew, pew,
pew.
pew. Pew, pew. I'm so excited because it's going to be a short episode. If you watched our last episode, As Above, So Below, and you felt it was long, I'm sorry.
I watched
But
it.
if you enjoyed it, thank you very much. You know, we really deep dived that hole.
That whole, yeah.
Yeah, that hole that we, the many holes and tunnels that they went through, we
Mm,
also went through.
yeah.
What's the movie we're covering today, Ramon?
We are covering Little Monsters, the one in 2019,
Mhm.
not to be confused for the one in 1989.
Yeah, totally different movie.
Although that is a really good movie too. I do love that movie.
Is that nostalgia glasses, or is that like you rewatched it recently and you felt the same?
You talk about 1989 one, right?
Yes, I'm talking
Yeah.
about the 1989 one.
I have not seen that movie. I think the last time I watched it, I was still working at the tattoo shop. I think we put it on in the shop, and I was watching it in passing while I was tattooing someone. But like, that was, how long ago was that? Like,
Oh my God.
dang, it's like 12 years ago. It had to have been like 11 years ago. God damn.
God
Holy
damn.
shit, dude. That's a long ass
And
time.
that is a long ass time.
Literally.
And just like now, this movie was a long ass time. Also, 2019. What the fuck? 2019.
2019.
Crazy. The year before COVID.
Yeah. And then the Fire
Oh my
Nation
God.
attacked.
And then the Fire Nation attacked. Just to get into the summary, it's about a washed up musician teams up with a teacher and a kids show personality to protect young children from a sudden outbreak of zombies.
It was very sudden.
It was very sudden.
Very sudden.
It happened in a span of however long, like within an hour of this world.
It was written and directed by, actually, Abe. Help me with this last name. Forsyth?
I don't know.
Forsyth.
The only pronunciation I looked up is the important name. Also, there wasn't a pronunciation for this guy, so I'm going to assume it's like Forsyth.
Yeah, I'm going to say that too. And I'm really sorry if I'm butchering your name, but great movie. You wrote a great movie. Great job.
So the movie stars Lupita Nyong'o as Miss Audrey Caroline, Alexander England as David Anderson, Pat Stewart as Tess, Diesel La Torraca as Felix, and Josh Gad as Teddy McGiggle.
That was funny.
I fucking hated.
He was the best, worst person of the movie.
Yes, exactly. I didn't like David's character in the beginning because, like, man-child, not my fault kind of dude. But then, like, the scale of hate lowered for David and went up with the Teddy McGiggle.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but Josh Gad also plays really good assholes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, but Dave did have I think his character was really well.
Yeah.
Especially for like the character growth for him felt believable.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I love Lupita.
Yeah.
She gave 200%.
Bro, literally everything she does is always 200%.
What's interesting, I was kind of like looking up because I was curious because Little Monsters and Us came out the same year.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh, I wonder which one was filmed first.
Mm-hmm.
But if I read correctly, Little Monsters started production in 2017, and then Us was in 2018.
Oh, okay. Wow, they took just a year to film Us.
It didn't take a year. I think it took...
You just said it came out in 2019, right?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? You're probably right. It probably either took half a year or a year. It depends. I feel like Jordan Peele runs...
editing and all that stuff.
Yeah. Jordan Peele runs a tight ship, you know? I was just like, yeah, because I was wondering just like, oh, like, did she do Little Monsters to like kind of like decompress from Us? But it clearly wasn't.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's fine because she did amazing. She just can get in and get out. She's like a chameleon.
I think that's like my first comedy I've seen her in.
Yeah.
I don't know if she does too many comedy movies.
She does plays. a
Yeah, I
lot.
haven't seen
Um,
I haven't seen her perform. I would love to see
I seen
that.
some
That'd be great.
clips of I think it was 12th Night, and there were some clips I saw that were kind of funny, and
Hmm.
I was like, "Ah, man, I wish I could see her live."
One day.
So good. One day. But yeah, she was definitely her and Felix were like the highlight for me. Like Felix was adorable.
Oh, the little kid.
The little kid, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which is what's interesting, a quick fact, is that kid, Diesel, he played the young version of General Shaw in It Welcome to Derry. You
Oh.
remember the flashbacks with the Native
Yeah,
Americans?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was him.
Oh, look at that.
I
That's
know. I
crazy.
was like, I saw a picture and then I saw like his filmography and I'm like, oh, the little bastard.
How
But
neat.
But yeah, man, I love dark humor. I think that's like
Hmm.
my biggest thing. I love dark humor. I like horror comedy
Hmm.
sometimes, like sometimes I just want to just get into the horror of it.
Hmm.
But like if I need something light, then like I'll put a horror comedy on. And this one was definitely light.
Yeah, it was light. I like it was very subtle, like in some areas and stuff. Like
Hmm.
I think things had to be seen. Like you have to catch some things, or just like the certain details in the zombie or
Yeah.
in like
Like
the
the
sock puppet.
porcupine zombie.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it was so good. It's just more visually like funny
Yes.
than like jokes. I don't know if they really wrote too many like jokes, like
I think it was more
punchline
with
jokes. It was more body comedy.
no, for sure. I feel
Mm.
like the jokey ones were given to like the American military.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's in this movie where it's just like, what is she playing? A tiny guitar? Or just like, sir, it's a ukulele, sir. And it's just like, oh
Yeah.
my God, fucking idiots.
Yes, like, but it's that type of, I guess for some people the movie could come off as a little bit of a like dry humor when like
Mhm.
in terms of dialogue, but then when Teddy gets on the screen and then Dave also gets on the screen, those two chemistry, like it reminds me of Pineapple Express without them getting high. It's just especially like the
They're
fight
just
scene.
they're just at the angry stage of Pineapple
Yeah,
Express.
yeah.
There is a scene that I also enjoyed, but I'll mention it when we get to there.
Hmm.
But it's between Miss Caroline and McGiggle.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's so funny,
yeah.
but that scene had me dying.
Hmm.
And oh, there was another one. It was when the military was shooting the zombies. And did you notice that like they do like single shots of some of the zombies? Like,
Yeah.
one of
Hmm.
them was the frog puppet,
Yeah, yeah.
and that because it got
Yeah,
shot, and
so it
they
happened like
gave it
super
this
quick.
like they shot the puppeteer and then shot of the puppet and it gave it a sound, and I
Yeah.
was like, what the
Yeah, they made it seem like the puppet itself was a zombie separate from the puppeteer.
yeah.
And I was just
But
like,
it's
that's awesome.
it was stupid, but it was good,
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if I had to give it a rating, I think it would be like 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing after watching the movie. Again, this is my second time watching it, by the way. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's a solid 3.5. I think when I saw it the first time as well, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a 3.5. It's a good watch.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind watching it again, with friends and stuff. I
yeah.
think it'd be fun. But
No, for sure. I think it is just a lot of it is obviously Lupita. Yeah,
the
for me it's Lupita and like the dark humor.
yeah.
I'm assuming for you is Josh Gad's McGiggles.
Well, like, so Lupita is definitely just in a league of her own. I think she's definitely the most experienced actor when it comes to like the cast. So obviously, like, she takes the cake, but like Josh Gad was super funny. I feel
Yeah,
like, honestly, I think the chemistry with everybody was good. I don't know if the movie would have been as funny if Josh Gad's character wasn't in it.
maybe. I can see that. I see what
Yeah.
you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they definitely needed a person who just did not care in front of the kids and stuff. And it was like, bro, like it goes to show you that these TV personalities, they're like not who you think they are. All these
Yeah.
I feel like I've wondered that like sometimes as an adult, and you think of Sesame Street or something like that now, and you're like, dang, Big Bird was in that hot ass that hot ass suit. Yeah, around those kids, he probably did not give a he did not give a fuck about any of those kids. He's like, bro, get me out of this goddamn suit.
I think that's more with Barney. Sesame Street is like full of like, I am passionate about this job, you know? Like they're on the Miss Rachel level.
Yeah.
Maybe like the people that are stuck in the Barney suit are more of
Hmm.
like, I need a cigarette break.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or like the Teletubbies. Nah, dude, nah, I feel like Teletubbies are freaks. I ain't gonna lie. Like I feel like the people who are in those things, they're like, yeah, like y'all want to know what we do at night. I'm like, no, I don't
Oh
want
my
to know.
god.
I don't want to know what you guys do.
We're not saying that any of this is true.
No, no,
Please don't come for us.
yeah, it's not like I'm just making a joke, but yeah.
I know. No, we're joking. We're joking. I feel like Mr. Blobby gets pleasure from messing with people.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, that thing is. I still can't get over that thing. I like showed my wife that. She was like, what is this?" I was like, "Yeah, babe. Do you think
You
you're?"
need to show her the clips where it's, I think his name is Jack Whitehill,
Mm,
because he's a British comedian slash actor,
mm-hmm.
and he's known to be afraid of Mr. Blobby. And there was like a comedy like panel shows, and Mr. Blobby was on, and he was like freaking out, and Blobby was just messing with him.
Yeah,
And then you should also show her the Dave Levy one, where like he's just like, "The fuck is a Mr. Blobby?" And he comes out and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
dude. I don't know who did that character design and thought that that was a hey, let's put this in front of kids and the kids will love them.
It makes sense. It was a different time, I guess.
Crazy.
Crazy. But yeah, I think we can get into spoilers now.
Spoilers.
So, in the beginning of this movie, we're given like a montage with David and his current girlfriend
Yeah.
of what, 8 years, he says?
I think he says 8 years.
Yeah, a montage of them just arguing in every single, whatever setting you can imagine them in, they are arguing.
Yeah, super
Nonstop.
toxic relationship. Not good.
You know, and it kind of shows that like he's kind of like the slacker man
Yeah.
child, just
sh-
like I'm working for my passion, and he's just
Yeah.
busking.
Yeah, he's like in the street playing guitar solo because he has a band, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. He has a
And
band.
yeah, he's still trying to make it, and you could tell like he's almost like a freeloader. You know, he's
Yeah.
like super degenerate, and
I think for me, just like when they have movies and TV shows where it's like the highly successful woman
mhm,
with the freeloading boyfriend,
mhm.
and it's just like her whole thing, why aren't we remarried and have kids? And it's just like, why?
It's like, why would
He's
you
not
want
gonna
to do
be
that?
he's not gonna be a stay-at-home dad. Like, why do you want to have a baby with this man? But eventually, like, he ends up like leaving first. And then we find out, like, through his interactions, because he's sleeping on his sister's couch, Tess,
Mhm,
and her son, her cute 5-year-old son, Felix.
mhm.
And we learned with his interaction with those two that, like, she wants to have a
Kids.
family with
Mhm.
him. And Tess says he's afraid that he's going to become like their dad. And he's like, no, I just don't want kids, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Felix is adorable, man.
Yeah, he loves tractors, Darth Vader,
Hmm.
which is great, and bass blasters or something. I think it's like something like that. I think it was like
I know
space blasters.
the zombie shooting.
Maybe that's the name of it, but I'm pretty sure the name of the game or something like that he plays is called Space Blasters.
Well, because the game they play, or like the only game we see him play is the one where it's Dave like VR game of shooting zombies.
Oh, so maybe that's the name of the game or something. I have no idea.
Well, we definitely know he also loves Teddy McGiggle
He does love Teddy McGiggles.
and does the stupid dance. I fucking it's so
Oh my
stupid.
god. Yeah, that dance is like
It
such
just
the typical
it reminds
like,
me of
children dance.
yeah, it reminds me of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. The happy
Just
joy
put
joy.
happy Georgia dance.
happy joy joy happy joy. Dude, I used to bug the hell out of my mom singing that song around the house until my mom slapped shit out of me, and then I never sung it again.
You know what? You kind of deserved it.
Yeah, I did. I deserved a
No, I'm
lot.
just kidding. You never deserved to be slapped as a child. We don't
Yes.
condone child violence,
No, but I was a little shit.
except in horror movies.
Nah,
But
yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Except for if you're very specific, if you're a zombie kid or children of the corn or some shit.
You know who needed to be slapped?
Who?
That fucking kid Max.
Oh, I thought Lupita was gonna slap. but
I think that's if I had a complaint, it's like kind of like the whole like school system where it's just like they let the bully continue to bully, and then when the person that's getting bullied fights back, they get in trouble, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, Lupita, you gotta step in and cut that shit with Max and the whole like you don't have a dad thing, because
Mm-hmm.
that's not helping. But it's nice that Felix does have some friends.
Yeah, and a little girl that's interested in him.
Yeah, that was like, oh, it's just okay, girlfriend, got it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like just to kind of continue with the summary of this movie, like we see more of like Tess and Felix like relationship where like she's a really good mom, and you can see that like David was essentially her pseudo child,
Mm-hmm.
because like we also learned that their dad left them and that their mom went crazy.
Yeah, you have to go into like the
And
cycle.
yeah, and so like Tess had to take care of them both.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how much she cares about David to a point, because he is a grown ass adult. But like her relationship with her son is just like, a little extreme with like the food stuff. But if he has that allergies, it makes
Yeah,
sense why
yeah,
they're
he has
eating like tofu pizza.
he has a dairy allergy.
It was like dairy, nuts,
Yeah,
gluten,
it's a lot.
a lot, a lot.
Suck. Yeah, that would suck to have all those allergies as a kid, man. I really feel for those kids who have like they literally can't eat anything. They have those allergies. I'm like, dang, you don't get to have like sugary cereals.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You gotta live to be a kid.
Like you can get rice check cereal, but you have to get the gluten-free one.
Yeah, and then you can't even drink them, or at least you have to do non-dairy milk.
Which is fine. Lactate's
Yeah,
great.
latte's good, and then you got your oat milk.
It lasts longer. But yeah, so like I guess he got it into his head that like this is the moment where he has to get his girlfriend
His
back
girlfriend
by
back, yeah.
proposing, and he uses his nephew.
Like literally wakes him up in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I like the little Darth Vader outfit. And
Hmm.
I think what I enjoyed that moment when like he was saying like, all right, what's the line you gotta say? Felix says a couple of lines and he's just like, okay, but you gotta say it in character. And so he
Yeah.
does it again in like a gruff Vader voice, which is so funny. And so they get to the apartment and Dave is setting it up for Felix to go in first with like the pizza box
Hmm.
that says, will you marry me? And he opens the door and we see that
Ex-girlfriend is like having
Say-
doing adult touching with
you can say
yeah.
sex, Ramon. You can say sex. We're adults.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, like no kids
Say
are.
it.
Yeah, so they're having sex on the couch, and the kid walks in on them, and it just goes just straight up. I applaud this kid for just going along with the bit. Like he's just like, yeah. So I'm here to do this specific job, and I will do that. I don't know what I'm seeing
Yeah.
here, so I'm just gonna ignore this, and I'm just gonna do what I'm supposed to do.
I'm pretty sure the mask helps.
Yeah, yeah.
Cover a lot of that. So he probably didn't see as much as he thought he saw,
Hmm.
or as much as we thought he saw.
Yeah.
And obviously in this movie is like David curses a lot,
Hmm.
especially in front of kids, which I don't know. I feel like when I have kids, I'm going to be saying a lot of curse words because I already curse a lot.
Yeah, I literally just told Alex, me and Alex were talking. I was like, yeah, whenever I have kids, I'm gonna just try not to curse anymore.
I'm going to catch you slipping, Ramon.
You will catch me slipping. It's bound to happen, but I'm gonna try my hardest not to. I'm gonna have a little coin jar, and that's just gonna be so filled.
If coins still exist, pennies are going out.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, our economy's a joke. So
welcome to El Noche podcast where we talk about politics and shit.
yes, you're right. Felix committed to the bit, and then David just sees all of this and he's freaking out. And he's like, I think the biggest thing is him saying, just like, I gave the best years of my life to you.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my
It's like,
God.
where was that?
It's just like, what years? Like, Jesus.
Gets beat up by the new boyfriend and
Rory.
Rory, and he's like naked. He's like naked and beating the shit out of him.
Because Rory's telling him, it's like, don't curse in front of the kid. And he's just like, fuck you. And then it's just.
He was like a really nice dude. He was like, I'm sorry, I had to get violent. I don't want to do that. And I was like, dang. helps him up and stuff. He like looks at himself in the mirror and his nose is bloody.
But yeah, he leaves and gets back home, and like Tess is up because she, she's gonna notice that her kid is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And she's ready to like kick him out. And then David does a manipulative move of he starts to cry. And Felix is like, Mom, he's crying. Can't he just stay for one more night? Isn't it the right thing to do? And it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, the kid doesn't know he's being manipulated.
Uh-huh.
But it was cute. And so she was just like, fine, but you have to contribute. And you're taking Felix to school in the morning. And he's just like, fine, Like, then we get to the school and, like, we get introduced to some of the children. We get introduced to the kid that uses a walker that makes fun
Yeah.
of Felix
Makes
for
fun
his
of Felix.
tofu.
Mm-hmm.
Davey says some, like, a slur for not mentally, sorry. A slur for handicapped kids, and
Yeah.
we're not going to repeat it, but be ready because there is a lot of that. And then we get introduced to Miss Caroline.
Miss Caroline, our favorite person.
She's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell she's like, David is just in her space and she's just like, oh, okay, weird, strange man.
Yeah, literally David sees her and just completely like folds and it's like, all right, I'm gonna try and pretend to be like the best supportive uncle ever. And oh, I'm so good with kids and I'm so good with Felix and I'm like super, super uncle kind of thing. And he makes up some stupid story about Felix's mom being sick. So
like that. I was just like, bro, don't do that to your sister,
yeah,
man.
bro, like, dude, chill out.
It's like, because he was like, she's going through a rough time. And she's like, oh no. I feel like she knew he was lying, but she's just, she's giving him the benefit of the doubt. But what can she do, you know?
He sees Felix's bully and he goes to, I think, put his bag away or get something out of his bag or a cubby or something. He's like behind the door. And while Miss Caroline is like not looking, Dave pushes the door, and like slams the door.
He kind of deserved it though.
And the kid is like crying and everything. And then like, that thing where I don't know if you guys have any siblings or anything like that, but like you hurt your brother or a sister or something and you don't want to get in trouble. So you're like, oh, like how you feel? You okay? Like what you do? What happened? Like, and like, exactly what happened. Like he did that. And it was so funny because I was like, that's honestly me.
That is also me. I have a younger sister and we fought a lot.
I am the youngest, but I would try to do things to like, my brother or sister, just like be like, oh,
you probably deserve the beating.
I did.
It's like the next day or something, right? Or is it the same day and he went to pick up Felix?
No, it's the same day. I feel like he stayed there or whatever. So the movie kind of did this thing to where it made it seem like he never left, but he may have left. He may have left.
Well, he had to because he changed his shirt, right? And he went to get his guitar.
Yeah. So he comes back to the school to pick up Felix and he's talking to Miss Caroline or whatever like that. And then
this mom shows up. Yeah.
A parent comes and like just inserts herself into the conversation, just derails the conversation to talk about her kid. And
she
like,
just fucking cuts in front of David. She was just like, excuse me.
Yeah. And just like let Miss Caroline know that she won't be able to chaperone the field trip that they have.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And Dave sees his golden opportunity to be like, oh, no, I can do it. I can do that. Well, it's just super Dave or something like that. I'll be there. I can do that.
Yeah. And then it's the next day. The bus broke down. So the bus driver is like fixing it. And we're introduced to Lupita playing the ukulele.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. So I'm with Dave. If I was in that, I'd be in the back just like, oh my God, just shoot me.
Don't let the Swifties hear you say this.
You know what?
Fight us.
I doubt we'll have fans of Swifties. Right? I'm just kidding. We have one, my coworker. Shout out to Tara. Yeah, so she's playing the Taylor Swift song, Shake It Off. The kids are like singing along. The bus driver is taking their sweet time. And then when she was done, the kids were like, play it again, as kids do.
Mm-hmm.
Play that song again. Yeah. And she's just like, you know what? Why don't we have Dave play a song? He's a professional musician. And it's just like, yeah, sure. I guess he's a professional. And for some reason, He brought his freaking electric guitar with a little amp.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wait, was it the same day or was it the next day?
I,
Now I don't even
I think it was
know.
the next day when they went into the field trip. He had his like little amp with him and guitar, and she asked him to play a song, and he just plays like a super metal song.
He said
From
it was a
his
ballad.
yeah, it was
It was
a
like
ballad from his band. His band his name
God
is God
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
I like that she asked him just like, is that a Christian band? He's like, no, it's a metal slash like something death band.
It's just
And
like,
he's just
oh
like, oh, because I'm a Christian. And he's
yeah.
like, yes, it's totally a
He
Christian
says
band.
it's
And just
totally
like, oh
Christian
my
man. I'm a
God.
Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm like, bro, come on, man.
That part where he's like, you know, like that word Leviticus. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's just like something about like the mom and dad. And he's just like, isn't that crazy? That's in the Bible.
Yeah. And
But
then
yeah, he sings a song
he proceeds to
and
sing the most metal song for like kids to hear.
it's the metal version of Daddy Issues.
Yes, it is daddy issues, and it's not good.
It's so funny though.
It is very funny. It was peak.
It's-
I literally have in my notes. I was like, bro, the bus performance was so peak.
Oh my God. It was just so, but yeah. And Lupita just like, okay, thank you for the song that wasn't appropriate. And then the bus driver finally is just like, all right, we're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think this is where it cuts, like as they're driving by, it cuts to the military base that's next to the petting zoo that they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
That has like putt-putt that Bully Max is like desperate to play.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we get to the military base and these two guards are like doing a security check down these tunnels and they run into a zombie and they're like, oh no, one got out. And as with all zombie, they kill one, but they don't kill the one that it was eating.
Mm-hmm.
And you also learned that another section got overrun.
Yeah.
So, so just like, oh, this outbreak was gonna happen either way, I guess.
Yeah, and I don't know. I wish I had a little bit more lore for the world building aspect of it, because I was just like, zombie clearly just exists and it's just it's a known thing, you know, for at least the military knows as much.
Yeah, it's a military experiment, you know.
Yeah, so it's just like
American military experiment. I think that's like important to note because they did have American flags on their uniforms.
Yes, yeah. Oh, this is I don't know if we said, but this does take place in Australia.
It does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, we didn't say.
I do like that one guard when he was reading animal facts, and then
Mm-hmm.
like at the end of it, it's just like, if I don't get to cuddle a koala, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. And then he dies, and I'm just like, oh man, I guess he's not gonna be seeing the koala, man.
No, it would have been funny if the zombie version of him was eating, like, because like we just to kind of like fast forward a little bit, but like the zombies eat animals in this one.
Yeah.
And so it would have been funny if he was like cuddling a dead koala or the koala became a zombie. Well, no, the animals don't become zombies. I think they just get eaten. So like he's just cuddling a dead koala while he's eating it, you know, to kind of like give that little bit of like a little je ne sais quoi. I don't know the fucking word.
So I do like that, but I feel like for me it would have been a little bit more funny because they had a good opportunity to be like, oh, we keep this guy alive, but he goes into this petting zoo to like, you know, check out the zombie issue to see if there's any survivors or something like that, and he gets eaten or attacked by the koala mascot.
Oh yeah.
I think that would have been a lot more funny because it's like, oh, I get to see a fucking koala, but like now I just die by him.
Yes, that would have been also funny. Everyone at that base instantly got fucked up and everyone became zombies. It's so stupid because like why would you leave the gate open? Like who didn't close the gate? But it's whatever. Military incompetence. We kind of see that like the zombies attack and then it cuts to Miss Caroline and David with the kids, and the kids are having fun. We're introduced to Teddy McGiggle because he's there to film at the fucking, what's it called?
It's a petting zoo, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but it had a name. All right, it's whatever. So they're at the neighboring farm. And, you know, we see like little montages of like them doing activities with the animals. Fucking the one I was like, oh my god, David, you idiot! Is like the one where like they're with the goats and he puts feed on his
Oh
dick
yeah.
area, and like fucking Miss Caroline is just don't do that, like and covering. And I'm like, how did he woo his girlfriend Sarah?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
I have
know.
no
It's
idea.
so
They
stupid.
were they
I'm
were
just,
young at one point, I guess.
I guess, and she got a real job.
Hmm.
He, so we see montage like he gets he hurts himself with the whip.
Oh yeah. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, that would be me. I'm like, every time I see someone use like a whip or something, I'm like, yo, like how much practice did that take? Because I would have been nailing myself a lot. That's why I was
Are you
like,
nailing yourself, Ramon? Ooh.
yes. Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to. I would have to practice and wear like turtlenecks and padding and a helmet.
Literally everything. I have to wear like a whole juggernaut outfit because I'm just like, nope, that thing hit me once, I'm done. Career's over.
The end of the little montage, the kids are like taking a break and she's calling the kids to line up because they're gonna go on the
Here, right?
tractor
Mm-hmm.
train thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like gonna be a surprise, and David sees that she's wearing a ring and he gets upset that she's engaged.
Yeah.
And just like, dude, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Like they're doing the tractor train thing and they're going to see sheep, but there's no sheep around. And then they finally come across a zombie eating a sheep. And the petting zoo lady is like, hey mate, what are you doing there? And she gets got. And during this time, like while she's getting attacked, Miss Caroline pulls David outside of the train to reprimand him for his like language.
Yeah.
Even though Max was being a shit.
Well, it's always the adult's fault.
Yeah. Then they hear the zombies and they look behind, and so funny that like, oh my god,
Because
Lupita.
it was like a little nonchalant like of a reaction before. It's like, oh, like what are we doing? Like, hey, stop that over there.
Yeah, and then like Miss Caroline gets the pitchfork.
Pitchfork. Mm-hmm.
That was a good bit because like her putting the straw hat on him.
Yeah, because she's like kind of trips over it a little bit, and then she walks up to the zombie, and then he looks back, and she's like, "Whoa, like that's not good." And so she just picks up the pitchforks, and then she pins them to a tree, and the kids were like, trying to get her attention or something like that, and she was like, "Oh, like I can't have the kids see this," so she puts like a hat that has like a straw beard over on it.
Yeah.
And now he's just pinned to the tree and, trying to get at her. So she goes back, like her and Dave goes back to the tractor. And
yeah, at this like while she's dealing with the zombie, David is like trying to get the tractor to go, and like Felix is just like, you have to use the clutch, and he's just like, what?
Where's
and he's
the
just
clutch?
like, well, where's the clutch? He's like, it's on the left side. And it's just like, oh, did you take off the parking brake? It's like, why do you know so much about tractors? And he's like, I love tractors. And I'm like, good on you, kid, you saved the day.
Yep. So at this point, I made a note. I was saying that the director did a clever job with making these children's games as like ways to keep the kids safe during like the whole zombie outbreak. And one of the games were tag, like obviously, like we've all played tag, because they came to like a spot where they just couldn't use the tractor anymore. So they all had to
they were like blocked off.
Yeah, so Miss Caroline was like, hey guys, you want to play a game? And she's like, okay, we're going to play tag, and these guys here are it. And she was like, okay, just everybody hold hands and hold my dress and everything. And then she's like,
they do a conga line.
Yeah, they do it like a conga line going all the way, like trying to get back to the buses. And they make it all the way through. They see the buses, but it's overran by zombies. And then they see the bus driver.
I thought the bus driver, I was going to say continue.
Yeah, they see the bus driver. He's getting eaten, but he sees them. He's like, hey, they're all on the bus. Like, just go. Don't go this way. And I'm like, oh no, man. You didn't deserve this, dude. So she's like,
at least he saved them.
Yeah, he saved them. And then Miss Caroline is like, oh, okay, maybe not this way. So she's going towards the
souvenir shop.
The souvenir shop. So she tries to go in, the door's locked, and who's in it?
Fucking McGiggle.
Fucking Teddy McGiggles, man.
He's just like, oh, I was here first. Fuck off. And he's just like, there's children here. And he's like, oh my God, I don't care. Yeah. And I'm like, you asshole.
Yeah, he was like, fuck those kids, I don't care. I was like, dang, dude, it's so good because like he is a person who off camera, he's just like his natural self. Like he's like a sex addict and an alcoholic.
And it's just a
And
douchebag.
just the all around, like, just D-bag. So one of the little girls were like, hey, Miss Caroline, there's like a little hole here that we can all like, there's, you can get.
Yeah.
And so she was like, oh yeah, who wants to do this thing? Like who wants to be like snakes or what she said?
Yeah, we're gonna crawl through like
Yeah.
snakes.
And so they go through the little hole. And at this point, Teddy gets up. He's at the window. He's like, well, what are you guys doing? Don't you do that? Whatever. Like, it's like just talking shit. And Dave is the last person to go through. But
He doesn't go through. He has to go up.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry, let me rephrase. Like he's
Yes, rephrase.
he's the last person out of the group that's outside of the building now. He did not go through the little tunnel thing, the hole. He didn't have time. So I guess he goes up, he climbs up on the building and like
I like that he used the walker.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, dude, that part was so fucking funny because he was like, hey, what are you doing? That kid's a meal on wheels.
Oh my God. That's terrible. Yeah, and then so Dave uses the walker to get to like what's it called? The fucking dying.
Dude, I was crying, bro. It was so fucking funny. It was like some quick ass joke, and I was like, did he just say that? It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. But yeah, like David goes to this like water tank on the side of the building to get to the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, another part that made me laugh during that was when Miss Caroline was going through the hole and the zombie grabbed her fanny pack and she unclipped it, and then the zombie just had it in his hand and just started walking away with it.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
And
he was like, I got a thing. This is nice.
he was like, I got a thing, yeah. And then like Dave busts through the little tower thing on the roof and lands inside. And then the fight between him and McGiggle was so ridiculous.
It's so funny because if you guys have seen Pineapple Express, just think about that fight because it's almost exactly the same, but like it's just a little bit more quirky and just stupid. Like,
yeah, I feel like McGiggle was like Danny McBride's character.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dave was like Seth Rogen's character, where he's just like trying to like just get away from him. And McGiggle's just the Terminator, like just chasing after him.
It was so funny because when he breaks in, he falls on top of Teddy.
Oh yeah, he
falls on top of Teddy, and Teddy's hurt or whatever, but he managed to get on top of Dave, and he's like slapping him. It's like he's not even punching; he's like just slapping him. He like breaks a little.
Takes the little pillow.
And he takes the little pillow to try to smother him. It was like a mini pillow. I was like, bro, what are we doing?
Oh my God, it was just so stupid,
dude.
And like, fucking Dave staples his face.
That one staple stayed there. The whole rest of the movie is just stayed on his cheek. And Dave like grabs his nuts and he just and then Teddy's
oh my God.
Teddy starts throwing up.
I remember, yeah, he just fucking nut twisted him. And he does a little bit of puke.
Dude, I was like, dude, what the hell is this? And then, yeah, they both get up. Dave just had enough of it. And he was just like, yeah, I'm just going to end it right now. And then he just hits him over the head with his guitar. And he was like, all right, we're done. And then he lets all the kids and Miss Caroline in. And the next scene is all the kids are like sitting there. And Miss Caroline.
They have their stuffed animals.
Yeah, they have their stuffed animals. Miss Caroline's like talking to them and like trying to get them situated. And then in the back shot, you just see Teddy just sitting on a chair. Pissed, dude. He's so mad. And
he's so mad, but he's so done. He's just like, zombies are real, look at them.
Yeah.
This is the part that I love, where like Miss Caroline is trying to calm the kids, like tell them like this is all a game, that zombies are fake and blah blah blah. She asks Felix, because Felix is just like, oh, this is like the zombie game that Uncle Dave let me play at night. And she was like, oh really? And she's like, well, what do we know about zombies? And he tells her like what he knows, as like they're slow, that you can avoid them, and that you can shoot them in the head to stop them, you know. And Teddy is in the background just losing his mind slowly, yelling at the kids and cursing. And all the kids start singing the bad word song that It's so annoying. But like he's just like, shut the fuck up, there's zombies. I'm allowed to say bad word. And then Miss Caroline is just like, no, let's have a conversation over there. And like David's just like, McGiggle needs a cuddle. And she's just hugging him and grabs like a shard of ceramic and presses it into his stomach. And she's like, listen here, you fuck. Like, if you don't shut the fuck up and calm down, I will shank you in front of these kids. Like, she was just like, say that it's a game. And he's like, it's a game. And she's like, say it in the voice. And he's like, it's a game. And it's just like, do the fucking laugh. And he's like, I don't want to do the laugh. And he's just like, say the laugh, and like stabbing into him more. And then he does the stupid laugh. And then she's just over his shit. She's just like, I swear to God, if you lose your shit in front of these kids, I will lose my shit on you. And it was so,
I will walk you
so
outside
good.
and watch them rip you apart. I was like, damn.
It kind of gives a hint of how much of a badass she is, you know, when she's not in teacher mode.
Yeah.
They're so funny. Trying to remember what the next part is. Oh, this is the allergy part too, right?
Oh yeah. So while Miss Caroline and Teddy is like, you know, they're doing their whole interaction and stuff, Dave is like getting snacks to the kids, and he gives Felix like a bag of chips, and I guess it has dairy in it, and the kid obviously is allergic to dairy, so he starts to like, you know, choke and have like an allergic reaction to it. So now they're like, yo, what's going on? Like, hey. So Dave is like, oh yeah, I don't know what happened. Like he just started, you know, he just start choking and stuff. And she's like, oh no, he's just like, what'd you give him? Like, what happened? He's like, I just gave him chips. He's like, those chips has dairy in it. And he's like, who the fuck put milk in chips?
Oh my God, that was funny. But it's true. It's just like, who the fuck puts milk on chips? You know, like, listen, I'm a picky eater. I just want a simple, just regular salt chips.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put some lime on it, depending on the chips. Maybe I'll get a Cool Ranch. But like some of these chips that like, especially like the ones at the conventions that we went to, where it's just like shrimp or pizza chips, I'm like, dude, like calm down. Like I know you and Michael and Alex both like,
I throw that. I love how
you guys like go crazy with whatever flavors, but like I'm just like, I guess like I can't do like artificial kind of like tasting food because I know it's fake. It's just, so the fact that these fucking chips have milk, I'm like, yeah, who the fuck puts milk in chips?
Yeah. So they're like, okay, what's this EpiPen? And he's like, oh yeah, like I have one on me, because they were looking for it, and everybody's freaking out. So he's like, oh yeah, I have one on me. And so before all this happened, Felix's mom, Tess, was telling him, hey, this is how you give him the EpiPen if you ever need it. She was saying, blue to the sky, orange in the thigh. So now, like when it's time to give it to him, I saw him like flip it up to like the blue side going into the thigh, and then the orange just pointed up. And so he
even messes up the rhyme too.
Yeah. And then he goes to like to do the EpiPen, and he stabs himself with it. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. And he was like, oh,
you had
no.
one job.
You have one job. And he was like, oh no, it's okay. And this is okay. We just give it to him now. She's like, no, you can't do that. Like you can't like reuse it and stuff. That's not good. So she was like, oh, they both remember. It's like, okay, he has one in his bag. He has a spare in his bag.
Yeah.
So now they're like, oh, where's his bag? And it's outside with all the zombies. And you're like, dang, it's like still on the tractor bed. And
David was gonna go, but Felix was like, don't leave me.
Yeah.
So Miss Caroline went.
Yeah.
And we got an awesome, slightly action sequence. It's not too crazy, but like
this was she broke edge.
Yeah, man. She was like half teacher mode, half badass. And she's running her way, avoiding all the zombies. She gets a shovel in heels. But they're the thick heels, you know? Like they're not the thin heels. They're the little tippy tappy. But yeah, so she's running in her like thick heel shoes, and she finds a shovel. She kind of uses it weirdly, but I don't know if that was like a director's direction or something. Because like the way she like used, like she flipped it so that the shoveling part was to the ground kind of thing. And then she just used it to shove them back.
Yeah, I think.
And I was like, that was a little weird.
I think at that point she just didn't want to kill anybody at that point until she saw the zombie with the pitchfork stuck in his gut again. And then she's like, you. And then that was the first one she killed. And then she was like, huh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
she fucking just like slams the shovel across their face and it just pops their heads off, which
yeah.
was hilarious. And then this part also made me laugh where like she finally gets to the tractor bed and she
Mm-hmm.
sees all the backpacks are the frog backpacks from
Mm-hmm.
McGiggle's show. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh my God, of course. So she
Mm-hmm.
has to go through so many backpacks. And during
Bruh.
this time, David is like doing a good job trying to like keep
Mm-hmm.
Felix calm, keep the kids calm. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has them sing a song to like help
Shake it off.
everyone just was it Shake It Off?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I blacked out at the Taylor Swift song. Yes, they did sing this Taylor Swift song, and so they were just singing the Shake It Off song while they're staying calm. And it was just like, oh, David's finally doing something
Mm-hmm.
good, like stepping up as an adult for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets the bag and she sees a whole bunch of zombies, and then she just like, if this was a different comedy, I would imagine she just cocks the shotgun like in Scary Movie.
Yeah, and then a fucking shell comes out. I'd be like, wait,
Yes!
what?
It's not that kind of movie, but you can imagine that's probably what she imagines she's holding, like that part was kind of funny from that.
So
But
good.
anyways, she makes it back and she's covered in blood and they give Felix the EpiPen and the kids are like, what's that? And she's like, she can't say it's blood because she doesn't want them to freak out. So she's like, oh, there was a jam fight.
Mhm.
Don't touch it though. Don't put it in your mouth.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, quick thinking. I was like, honestly, if I was a kid, I would have been like, dang, damn, what are you talking about? But yeah, it's a movie, so kids was like, yeah, we believe it's jam. Okay. They hear the helicopter, and Teddy's like, shut the fuck up. Y'all hear that? And he's like, oh, they're here for me. I'm like, oh my God, come on, dude. He's like, I'm a celebrity. They're here for me and everything. So he goes up on top of the roof, like he climbs up. They have like a ladder, kind of pole ladder inside of the gift shop. So they use that to climb up and, get out and stuff and come back in.
Yeah.
But he climbs up and he tries to wave the helicopter down. The helicopter doesn't see him, but he's like not really paying attention. So he falls off the roof of the house and all these zombies are on the outside of the souvenir place, but he doesn't die here. You might think that he would die here, or
like David went out of his way to save him.
Yeah, so yeah, even after they fought and he was being an asshole and everything, Dave went out to go help him. So he pulls him up on the roof and then he proceeds to trauma dump to Dave on the roof, and he comes out and like says that he used to have sex with the moms. Like
yeah, he was just
moms.
like, first it was like single moms, and then it became like a whole list of like single moms, pregnant moms, black moms, dyke moms. I'm like, oh my God. But he doesn't say, he just says Jews, and I'm like,
I was like,
what?
Okay, sure, man. So yeah, he's like saying all that stuff and talking about how he's like it's just alcoholic and how he just didn't like the show or doing the show because he didn't like kids, but he
used to do the actor studio, and he learned from Al Pacino.
He learned from Al Pacino. So he's like, yeah, you think I want to be doing Teddy shit all like my whole life, man? Like I don't want to be doing none of this. And he's like, yeah, but like, like just having sex with the moms was the only way I could like cope with everything. And I was like, oh my God, dude. It looked like Dave was like kind of just spacing out. He's like slaps Dave. He's like, hey, listen.
Yeah, he's like, look at me.
Look at me.
But I also feel like Dave was having a moment where like he's like, oh my God, I'm just as he was like, I'm just as pathetic as this guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to get my shit together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you could tell that Dave in that moment definitely is. I mean, you could tell that he's changed before then, like when he had the scare with his nephew,
Mhm.
but he definitely made the full change after that conversation with Teddy. Because he was like, I feel like him looking at Teddy was like him looking at his future if he just didn't chill out and kind of, stop dicking around. But
No, for sure. And then it's like nighttime, and
mhm,
Miss Caroline's like putting the kids to bed, and they're like, they just want to go home. And she's just
mhm,
like, tomorrow. Max is like, when are we gonna play putt putt? And just like, bro, forget about putt putt.
mhm,
Like, obviously, she's like, obviously not tonight. She's being nice.
mhm,
Dave sees that Felix and his little girlfriend Beth. In the movie, it's established that that's his little girlfriend. I'm not
mhm.
saying like that's his little girlfriend. Okay, don't come at me.
Yeah.
Come at Ramon. I'm just kidding. But like
Giggity.
he sees. No, we see that they're still up, so Dave goes to check on them, and Beth is like, my mom puts me to sleep and I'm scared. And so then he's like, oh, like, Felix, what we need to do is like, why don't we help her go to sleep? Like, do you remember the rhyme? And Felix starts saying the rhyme
Mhm,
that his mom helps put him to sleep, and they have like a little moment, and then they go to sleep. Like, Beth goes to sleep, and then Felix asks David like how he knows the rhyme, and
mhm,
he's like, oh, your mom used to say it to me when I was it's cute that like his kid nickname from his sister was Boo Boo.
mhm,
So it's just so silly. But like it was really cute. And then obviously Miss Caroline sees this, and then they have a heart to heart scene
mhm.
where we learn about how Miss Caroline ended up in Australia. It's
Crazy.
like a wild story.
Yeah, like
Um,
she was saying that she was a young girl and she used to like this band, and so she took the money that her parents set aside for college,
Education. Yeah.
and she took that money and just followed the band around. And then one day she broke into this hotel that
Yeah.
this band was in and got into their room, and she was like, oh, like I would have let them do anything to me at that point. And then she pauses and he's like you could tell that he was like, oh, this shit's about to get hot, you know what I mean? And he's like, what
Hmm.
happened next? What happened next? And she was like, oh no, like, the guy came into the room.
Called security.
He called security immediately, and she jumps out of the balcony and like breaks a collarbone. And
And we also learned that it was the band she was following was Hanson.
Hanson, yeah.
Yes, she was
Mbop.
like Mbop. Like, cause like she was just like, and then Taylor came into the room and he's like, Taylor Swift, and it's like, no, Taylor Hanson from Hanson, and he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's like stuck in Australia with like a broken collarbone, with no money, no parents, and so like I guess she started working at the school,
Hmm.
and then ended up becoming like a teacher, and like she
Hmm.
felt that her being with the kids changed her life and like for the better, because
Yeah.
she was like so I was going down the dark path, and the dark path was like being a groupie.
Hmm. Yeah.
Which is funny. And then David kind of like does a semi trauma dump on her.
Yeah, he was saying that
And
his he lost his band 6 years ago.
yeah, he mentions his dad and like his mom and like how
Hmm.
Tess raised him.
Hmm.
He talked about how him and his girlfriend broke up and that she wanted to have a family, but he didn't. And he's like, my sister says this because I'm afraid to become my dad, and maybe she's right. It was just like, it's like, it's
Hmm.
growth.
Hmm. Yeah, she was like, "Oh, is there anything else you lied to me about?" And he was like, "Oh, no, that's about covers it." But yeah, you could tell that they kind of form a bond. And so she's like, "Oh, so maybe you should get some rest." And he's like, "No, like, I got this. I'll stay up. I'll step up and keep watch." And so she goes to sleep. And then the next day comes and she gets waken up by Dave. And Dave is like, "Oh, I have a plan."
Yes. And then they go to Teddy to tell him the plan.
And Teddy was like, heck no, that's stupid. Like, because Dave wanted to go get the tractor.
Yeah.
And Teddy was like, no, that's a stupid fucking plan. Why would you do that? And they were like, well, do you have a plan? He's like, oh, we could use the, what's his name? What's the
The
wagon name? The
McGigglemobile.
McGigglemobile.
Unfortunately, he had the keys.
Yeah, he had the keys, and they said it would be faster and all this stuff. So they go with Teddy's plan because it's foolproof, right?
I
And
mean, because the vehicle's closer, so
yeah, the
like that's
views.
the only reason why they agreed to it, and also because it had a flap
Mm-hmm.
at the top, so the kids can jump
Can
in.
jump in. They do that, and they were like, okay, so who's gonna go and do that?
Teddy said that he didn't want to go, and he was like, "Why can't you go to Miss Caroline?" And she was like, "Because I don't trust you with the kids." And he's like, "Fine," you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and then the kids are kind of like, "Can we stop playing this game?" And Max is like, "I want to play Pie," and
Yeah. It starts
scream like
screaming.
freaking. And then like you can tell Miss Caroline is just overwhelmed at this point
Mm-hmm.
because she's dealing with fucking Teddy and the kids. But David starts singing a Neil Diamond song,
Yeah.
the Sweet
Sweet
Caroline song,
Caroline.
but replaced it with Miss Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, that'll make that song better, I guess.
Yeah. The
But it was
context behind
cute,
that song is
and
not great.
it is not great. If you look up what the Sweet Caroline song is about, and you too would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have their little cute moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say right off the bat that, like I get that David was growing
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, but I don't like how they do the slacker with the love interest kind of story.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would have just liked if they were just friends and like if they had a sequel, maybe build up to, I don't know, but
Yeah.
it doesn't need a sequel. But I'm just saying it's just like I didn't like that like Miss Caroline, I guess because of the trauma, she just is like seeing him in a romantic light and I'm like, Miss Caroline, no.
I mean, yeah, he was an asshole before, but I feel like I mean he changed. Like, you believe in second chance. He's got a second chance and now
I guess
and
a
now she
zombie apocalypse, like, no, a zombie outbreak would
yeah.
change someone dramatically, but like, come on.
Yeah. And then like, now he has her to kind of like, keep him in check.
Listen, don't put it on a woman to keep a man in check.
Well, no, they could keep each other in check. They balance each other out. That's what all relationships should be.
I don't know. I feel like for me personally, the relationship is unbalanced, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll continue. We'll talk about all of that later. I'm just saying it now. That was like my one
Hmm.
bugaboo of this. But yeah, so Teddy and Dave go up on the roof. Dave is the distraction so that Teddy can run his fat ass to the McGiggle mobile. Then Teddy gets into the, what is it, like an SUV?
Yeah, it's like a little van, like a
Yeah, like a,
minivan kind of thing.
yeah, he gets in, and then Dave, after like dealing with the zombies, gets to him, and he's like, "Mate, unlock the car." And Teddy is just like doing nothing, and so like he goes around to like the driver's side and trying to like open that too, and then Teddy just flicks him off.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my god, you asshole. And then the frog puppet zombie is slowly comes out from like the curtains
It's
from the
so good.
back. It is so good. It's so funny. And fucking Teddy gets like his intestines pulled and his like the right side of his face ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's like getting attacked, he's like telling Dave that like he hope he dies
Yeah.
a terrible day. And just like, you asshole, you did this. Like you everything would have worked out. He could have helped you with that, but you didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
then the zombies like all start swarming, and so he jumps up onto the van and
The frog
frog
comes
puppet
out of the
zombie.
fucking flap, the little
Oh my god. And so
the
then
roof.
Dave is like fighting to keep him from coming up. And he finally gets a call because like it's established through the movie that the signal isn't working in the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And that during the night, when the kids were asleep, all the parents showed up at the farm and they were
Mm-hmm.
like, they're trying to contact people like from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Or like maybe they had like Miss Caroline number, but like we know Tess has been trying to contact David because she's like, the military's here, they won't let us in. Like, I hope everything's okay. And tell Felix that mommy loves him. And then like next morning, while Dave is on the roof of this McGiggle mobile, she finally gets through and Dave is just like, I'm so sorry. Like, Felix is fine, but like, I just want to let you know that I never thanked you, and you're the best sister, and blah blah blah. And she's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, what? Why are you saying this? And then he loses his phone, and a fucking zombie. He just like, I guess you hear like on her side like a zombie. I guess a zombie pick it up and went, "Huh." It's just, but like now he's stuck on the fucking roof.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Caroline is still dealing with the kids. I think this is the part where Max is freaking out about like he wants to play putt putt,
Yeah.
and she's trying to like make him stop, and it's just like this is the point where you
Mm-hmm.
slap him, Miss Caroline,
Yeah.
but she doesn't. Then Beth gets Miss Caroline's attention to tell her that Felix escaped, and you see this next part is you see Felix in the Darth Vader outfit with a putt putt club,
Yeah.
pretending that it's a gun, pretending to shoot the zombies.
He's
He's
like
going like
making
pew
it
pew
through.
pew. Yeah, he's fucking avoiding them. Like he does
Mm-hmm.
like a little like lightsaber swing in front of one,
Mm-hmm.
and then he ends up at this part where like there's like this two-way gate and there's a little lamb in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to pet the lamb, and then he uses quote unquote the
His
force
uses his
to
force.
close the gate. Yeah, to close the gate, and the zombies are stopped because
Mm-hmm.
obviously it's a tall ass gate.
Yep.
And so he's just petting the goat. And then at some point he gets to the tractor because the next scene is we're cut back to David on the top of the mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and he sees that Felix got the tractor and is driving it, and he's just like, oh, he's a fucking brave
Yep.
kid.
Mm-hmm.
He is able to get off the mobile, I guess, on one side because the zombies, I guess, went around, you know?
Yeah.
Gets to the tractor. He's so lucky that all of them were at the window because he busted through that wall.
Yeah, he busted through the wall, and I was like, "Oh God!" But I mean, it is what it is. Like, yeah, he busted through the wall, and I feel like either Miss Caroline didn't think that he would come back, or she thought something happened.
I think she thought something happened.
Yeah,
Because I think like their heart to heart and like seeing how he's stepped up, I don't
mm-hmm,
think she would have faulted to he left them, like he
mm-hmm,
abandoned them. I think she felt that something happened.
mm-hmm.
But
But
nothing happened.
yeah,
Everything's
nothing
fine.
happened. He got there, got all the kids into the tractor bed,
Yep.
and like the trailer. So they go, and he was like, Miss Caroline was like, "Oh, who wants to play putt putt?" Like, it's like, Max, you want to play putt putt? And he was like, "Yeah." And so while they're driving, Max is hitting the zombies in the head with the putt putt,
It was so funny.
trying to keep them away from the from everybody. And
That part was funny. The part where he hits the hand that's trying to like
yeah,
sneak its way in, he hits it and it goes back.
yeah,
That part made me laugh.
that's when they were all like, that's when Miss Caroline was singing with the ukulele, and then they find out that the zombies react positively to music.
Yes, which
Mm-hmm.
was really funny.
Yeah.
She started playing the
If
clap your
you're
hands
happy and
song.
you know where, clap your hands, and they started clapping. I was like, oh, okay. If you're
I like
happy and you
the
know where, say hooray.
slowest drive ever.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess he was running out of gas, or maybe like I don't know. I was just like, I feel like you can go faster, but you know what can you do? The
Mm-hmm.
zombies are coming. The American military are like, sir, something's coming, and they're all lined up to
Mm-hmm.
shoot. And he's just like, I just see two adults, mow them down, you know, and like a bunch of zombies behind them. And then
Mm-hmm.
they start hearing the singing, and it's like, sir, that's singing, and fucking general or whatever, he was just like, those are kids. I can't shoot kids again.
I'm like, bro, what day?
So it was so ridiculous that he said that. And he's just like, let them through. And then like while they're going through, Dave's trying to tell them like, if you sing songs to them, they calm down. But they're like,
Mm-hmm.
nope. And they just shot all of them down.
Yeah.
And then this is the part where like the puppet frog has a grunt sound of getting shot.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah. And then you see the military, I guess, like airstrike go off in the background. And then Dave and Miss Caroline are relieved, and they know that they're safe now. So they get all excited, and she kisses Dave, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And Dave like goes in, and he's like, no, that's fine. Goes and kiss her and stuff. And so they make out with the explosion in the background. and then they get taken to
No, remember, she says to the kids, it's like, it's fireworks, kids.
yeah, fire. That was a cheesy line, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And then
She makes the line work.
they get like thrown in the back of like a van and
Hmm.
taken to the military facility for quarantine.
Hmm.
So now all the parents are in this room and the general comes in. He was like, "Oh, which room is this? Is this the good room or the bad room?"
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like the good room, sir. So he goes in, is all the parents of the kids, and they're all like wondering what's going on, trying to get answers. And he was like basically letting them know, like he didn't tell them that it was like a zombie outbreak or anything like that, but he was just like, hey, like they got stuck in a situation I don't like, but they made it due to their teachers. And it was like, teachers? They only have one teacher, it's Miss Caroline. And it was like, yeah, it's a guy named Dave Anderson or something like that. And then Tess was like, that's my brother. That's Felix's uncle. And he was like, well, Mr. Anderson and Miss Caroline, I don't know how they did it, but they managed to keep all those kids like safe. So they're safe and all this stuff. We just holding them in quarantine for 48 hours. And they was like, but what do we do? Like, what if they get bored? And he was like, well, you ain't got to worry about that. And then it cuts to them in
Like quarantine
the
tent.
quarantine tent singing Taylor Swift.
It's the Shake It Off
Yeah,
song.
shake it off song.
Because, we can't get enough of it. And
So Dave in the beginning hated the song, but he knew every word to it. He knew every word to it because, like, at the end, he's also singing with Miss Caroline and the kids.
I appreciate that the military at least let the kids keep their stuffed animals that they took from this for souvenir shop.
They weren't total
I also
animals.
like to imagine, I imagine the good newsroom and the bad newsroom is like, the good newsroom is like the ones where the survivors are alive, right? Where so like all the parents of that class. The bad newsroom is the other parents of the other students. Cause like, my God, like we forgot to mention, but like during the scene where Teddy is running to the McGiggle mobile, like Dave is trying to distract the zombies, and then McGiggle goes out of his way to punch,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like, what's the word? He's just throwing a swing in a kid's face. He
Oh, yeah,
picks
he's
up
just
one
attacking,
kid,
yeah.
bites them in the neck, and he's like, and then throws them down. He's like, how do you feel about, like, how does that make you feel? And then he's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, and then throws up what he just did. And it just came to me. And I was just like, he's such an idiot. He's taking forever to, like, I thought, like, when I first saw this, I thought that was the part where he was going to get got, and then David was going to have to, like, figure out a way to get the keys. But it's just like, no, he just, he fucking survived to get to the truck to be a dickhead in there. But yeah, overall, that was the movie,
Yeah.
and it was fun.
Yeah, it was
It was
great.
fun. It had its charm. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know with that.
Lupita has an amazing singing voice. She has a lovely, lovely singing
Oh
voice.
yeah, she could sing. Yeah, most actors do know how to sing and act and stuff like that because they get free up for more roles if they know how to do more, if they have more skills and stuff. But yeah, like I mean, I know that we just kind of went through the whole movie, but like I think it's good to watch it. Watch it with some friends. I think it'd be fun. It is available to watch on Hulu right now.
Yeah.
Which is where I watched it. Yeah, I definitely enjoy the movie. I feel like I'd probably watch it. Like if people are like, "Oh yeah, come over, we're gonna watch Little Monsters," I'm like, that's a good time.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like if we watch it with our friend group, it would be a good time. Yeah, I think now we can go into a little bit. We're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna do some news, and so yeah, I think I'm gonna start with there's a couple of movies that are gonna be on streaming. I know that HBO Max is gonna have the Evil Dead series, the movie
Oh
series,
yeah.
along with like Hereditary and some of the Mummy movies.
hmm
Because July 3rd they're gonna have Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh wow, look at that.
Look at that. So if you wanted to see it, you
Yep,
can
there you
watch it
go. That
on
was our
HBO.
our first episode, y'all. Y'all can go watch it now.
Hulu is gonna have Ready or Not 2, Here I Come.
Oh yeah, that's the one I've been wanting to watch because I haven't seen that one. You guys watched that though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was pretty good.
Mhm.
And then Netflix is gonna have Krampus. They're also gonna have Talk to Me and The Witch. And then later in the month, the first 3 Scream movies
Okay.
and The Exorcism.
Okay.
Paramount Plus kind of has like the first 2 Ring movies, the American
Bro.
versions.
Oh my god, those movies freaked me out, dude. Like at least the first one did. Second one
The
was
first one definitely freaked me out
yeah,
too,
the
which we will
second one
talk
wasn't
about one day.
it wasn't as great. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. That movie, that I feel like that movie, I don't even know if I'll be able to. I mean, I'll watch it obviously for the podcast, but I'm just like, I feel like that movie traumatized me when I was a kid. I was like, bro, I was not picking up the
Especially the
phone.
beginning part.
I was not picking up the phone. I was scared to pick up my drinks and shit because I was like, oh, it does leave the ring underneath my cup and stuff. And I'm like, no. So the phone's going to ring and somebody's going to tell me I'm going to die in 7 days.
That's so funny. I didn't have that. There's other movies that I had fear like that.
Mm-hmm.
Candyman made me afraid of the bathroom, especially mirrors. We'll get
Mm-hmm.
into that. When we get to Candyman, I'll tell you my traumatic story.
That'd be fun.
And then Peacock, if you have Peacock, they're going to have the first two Hellboys and all of the Jaws movies.
All
So,
of them.
perfect time to catch up on this great summer horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, there's other streaming services too, but I don't have those. So,
I'm going to put
Shutter. Oh, Shutter's gonna have Exit 8.
I want to watch that. I heard that was actually really good.
Yeah. And then apparently they're gonna have Faces of Death, but I don't know which one.
Is that the old movie? Like the old Faces of Death from like the.
It doesn't say a year, it just says Faces of Death.
Mm.
They're also gonna have Sleepaway Camp, which I would love to cover one day with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be fun. And then in other news, according to Bloody Disgusting, Ryan Coogler's The X-Files reboot has wrapped production on the pilot.
Oh, nice. So we should be getting that
Yeah.
at some point. Maybe
I think
next year or something.
I think with a pilot they have to see if it's good enough to continue a series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we should be getting the pilot like at some point soon
Let's
or
see.
next year
This
or something.
article says that Hulu has only ordered the pilot so far. A full series order has yet to be greenlit. So I think Hulu, we never get to see the pilot until we have the series, is the thing. And even then, like sometimes shows will redo pilots. Like for example, like Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
The pilot that they had shown HBO is completely different from the pilot that we saw of the series. So we'll see. I mean, then again, Hulu, if I remember, Hulu ordered a pilot from the new Buffy series reboot. And then they completely just decided not to go forward with it after all of that. Especially after all of the notes they gave them to do, and they still didn't go forward with it.
Dang.
So yeah, so it is what it is. I think this last news goes into what our episode 6 is gonna be, which is Evil Dead Burn.
Ew. I can't wait for that god dang movie. Did you see the promo popcorn bucket that they did? It's not gonna be released to the public, but it's just
It's the dishwasher with the
dishwasher
knives.
with the knife.
It's so stupid. These fucking popcorn buckets are getting ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it's not gonna be released to the public. It's just for display purposes only. But I'm like,
Yeah.
dang man, just give it to us.
But it comes out July 10th, so we'll definitely be watching that soon and recording an episode. The only thing I'm gonna say about it is so far the reviews for Evil Dead Burn is that it is way more brutal, like more brutal, more gory than the 2013's Evil Dead.
Well, it definitely seemed that way with the first trailer. I got like with the first trailer, I got that impression that it was going to be a little bit more like brutal with how it started. I was like, oh shit, like this should look like it's going to be crazy all the way through.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I did enjoy Evil Dead Rise.
I like them all.
Yeah, I like the first one. I'm unsure about the second one because I saw it a long time ago and I never saw the third one. And then I love the 2013 one. That is the one that you can ask Robert, but when he used to live with us, whenever I was like napping on the couch, I would put that movie on to sleep to.
That's crazy.
That one and It Chapter 1 because I got the Blu-ray for it. Speaking of Blu-rays, what's also released digital home video is Obsession. So if you guys wanted to check out Obsession at home, that's available to buy or rent. I would recommend waiting for the couple of like weeks when it's on a stream, or like in a month, couple of months. I don't know, a month, when it's put on a streaming service. The Blu-ray does come out like July 17th, I think.
Okay.
Probably should have looked it up. But either way, that's it for El Noche Podcast.
Ayo.
And I hope you guys join us for episode 6 for Evil Dead Burns. You can obviously follow us on our social medias. We have the link tree as part of our bio for all of our, like, on Spotify and YouTube, you know,
all our
which
socials.
is like all our socials.
Everywhere you can hear us.
Yes. We're still working on Apple Music. So when you hear us say it on a podcast episode, you know it's but either way, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys. We will catch you guys in the next one.
We'll catch you on the flippity flip side.
The flippity flip side. Bye.
Bye.